Hello. This is a game in my Bismarck, the Tier 8 German infantry battleship. The sister ship, the Bismarck Tirpitz, is in game as a Tier 8 premium. I do have it, but I actually prefer the Bismarck. The hydro it gets is much more useful than Torps Tirpitz gets, and the AA is quite a bit better. Now, I am running a full secondary build on my Bismarck, so I've got manual secondaries. The only thing I don't have, because I don't have a 19-point captain, is IFHE, which increases the damage quite considerably. However, I do have manual control, which increases the accuracy of the secondaries by 60%, although you have to select the target for them to fire at, and it'll only target one ship at a time. But it is quite devastating. Just get some early shots on that Cleveland. I am partnered up with one of my clanmates in the Kutuzov, but we're going to split up a little bit, so we won't see much of him. Now, I do have another Bismarck that's sailing with me at the moment, and although it hasn't got torps, the Bismarck's AA is a lot better than the Tirpitz's, so not as good as maybe an American battleship, but it's still pretty respectable. Friendly carrier is also providing some good air cover, so not too worried about that. Now that Cleveland does go broadside on here, and he has two Bismarcks unload main batteries at him, and he is very, very lucky. I got 3 overbends, and it doesn't look like the friendly Bismarck got much more. Did have a little bit of a coming together there. Major. Now, the Cleveland did set me on fire there, but I'm not worried at all. One fire is not going to kill me on this much health, and it'd be quite devastating if I ended up getting another fire after I've repaired, so I'll just let that burn. Not really worrying me. All fire damage you can repair with your repair party, so now torpedoes coming through the channel. There is an enemy destroyer up there. I've launched my fighters to try and spot him if he peeks out of his smoke, and there he is. So I instantly set my secondaries on him. The friendly Bismarck's done the same, though from the spread of his secondaries I don't think he has manual control. If you watch where mine land, they're a lot tighter group, and even a destroyer I'll start getting hits on. Now Akatsuki's got 3 sets of triple launchers, so that's 1 that he's fired. He's got another 2. But the Bliskovitcher in front will spot any torpedoes before they get too near me. Not too worried. I don't pop my hydro just yet. And there's the other torps. Not really too close to worry about. So, gone quite far around the flank here. Now, my teammate in the Kutuzov is going round to the north and going to try and get into the cap. He's expecting a bit more resistance from this side, but I'm not going to complain. Get a couple of shots into that Bayern, then realise there's a Bismarck coming in. Now I'm not really sure where to go here, so I'm just slowing, seeing what turns up. Got a lot of the enemy fleet that's decided to push around the opposite side to us, and our guys down there are doing a grand job of holding them up, drawing their fire. So I get a few shots into this Bismarck as he's broadside onto me, and just slow him down. Try and get more shots at him as he comes around this island. Rear turrets are loaded, so I just fire, but as I fire he starts to turn in, so I readjust my aim for the forward turrets. At this point start hearing anti-air guns going up. As I was saying, they may not be American battleships, but Bismarck's still a pretty decent AA. Also have fire support friendly carrier, which is always very useful. Anyway, Bismarck's lighting me up. Put some shots out into him. Got 2 torpedo bomber squadrons coming in, but they just melt in front of us and actually only drop 2 torps. But as I've manoeuvred to avoid these torps, I'm now sort of committed to going down this channel. Can't really turn away because I'll be giving my broadside to that Bismarck. And this Nuremberg, expecting a lot more from this salvo, looking really good. But all 4 shells hit and I get 4 overpens. No citadels for me. Now the friendly carrier has been lighting up that Bismarck, which is nice of him. And our secondary's been working each other over. Setting fires. But it's around this point where I go to brown alert, because this guy's on so low health that he's got no real option apart from he's going to try and ram me. And he's got enough health to worry me. Shooting at a Bismarck from this angle is difficult. Put shells into the superstructure, it's down to me secondaries. It's going to be close. Set another fire, and it's the fire that actually kills him. It just nudges me after he's died, which that's far, far too close for comfort. Once again I'm burning, but only 1 fire. Not going to kill me. Shots out on the turpits. And then I spot a broadside Megami. There's only one reason why he'd be doing that, and that's because he's got torpedo launchers on the rear of his ship. So secondaries instantly switch to him, after being selected of course. Can't really get my main gun to the Megami, so I fire into the new mechs up there. Oh, hopefully I've turned in enough. I pop my hydro, spot the torps, but unfortunately it looks like I've not quite got far enough in. However, I do manage to take this one on the front of the belt, so no flooding, thankfully. And then the Megami does something very strange. He's already unloaded his torch from this side, but he decides to stop, broadside on, in front of the Bismarck. And again, I was expecting a lot more from that salvo, but 1 citadel's good enough. Bunks him down, and then my secondaries can do most of the work. Now I've got the Megami, the New Mexico, and the Bayern firing at me. On fire again, but single fire, don't worry about it. Biggest mistake you can do is, when you're being fired upon by multiple ships, is putting out 1 fire. There's the best close quarters expert. Already over 105k damage. Secondary's now switched to the Bayern, because the New Mex is sailing pretty flat on, a little bit angled away. But also spot the Shikaku, who appears to have rage quit by this point, because he's just sitting there not moving anywhere and there are no aircraft about, so either the friendly carriers shot down the rest of his planes along with the 13 that I shot down, or he's just had enough. That's the New Mex down. Secondary still lighting up this Bayern, and I get my main guns on the Bayern as well. It's here that my team also seems to be shooting at the Shikaku, so as soon as I'm close enough I decided to put a salvo into it, see if I can get a couple of citadels and just get rid of it. However, again, it seems to be on this game. 3 overpens, 3k damage, so I'll just switch back to Bayern and get rid of him instead. Now, the enemy team started to cap, but we've also got 2 ships entering their cap, so should be okay. The group down south has done a brilliant job of staying alive and keeping that enemy force occupied. And there's a second close quarters expert for the 4th kill. So all I need is this Shikaku to go down and I've got a nice Kraken unleashed. And shots out. There we go, 2 Citadels. Confederate, High Caliber, Devastating Strike and Kraken unleashed. So 181k damage, 257 secondary battery hits, 13 aircraft shot down. Not a bad day's work. Now the friendly Bismarck down there has turned round and is going in to reset their cap. The Bayern on our team that's died was screaming at us to cap, but all worked out in the end. A pretty decent game. 2,300 base experience, top of the team. 3 Bismarcks really pulling their weight there. Should do as top tier. And so, nice game for the Bismarck. It's a really nice ship to play. Second is devastating. Tirpitz is also a very nice ship now. It's got the upgraded secondaries as well. Anyway, if you like it, leave a like. If you don't, say why. Thank you for watching. I shall see you next time.